And off we go. So here we are on this orange Royal Enfield. It sounds really British, but it's not so British anymore, is it? Well, hello everybody, welcome back to Norrtälyeah Revisited. So, well, we're not quite yet in Norrtälje, we're just a couple of kilometers outside. And as you can see, this is not my Honda CB1000R. It's still a naked bike we're riding here, but it's actually a Royal Enfield. For the very first time, I should add, riding one of these motorcycles. What can I tell you? I can't even tell you the name of the model because I just picked it up. It's the Interceptor, I think he said it's called. I don't know if it's correct. I hope so. So first impression, nice comfy seat. It's what you in Sweden would call a limpasadel. It's like a really big, long seat, nice and comfy. And can't really hear the engine too much, to be honest. I don't know if you can hear it in the video. I hope so. And well, it's a nice comfy bike. The foot pegs are really sturdy, pretty big. Take a look over here if you can see it. That's what it looks like from the side here. So yeah, pretty different experience. Feels nice and stable, and I believe you could have some fun on some twisty roads. But of course, coming from a 1000 4-cylinder motorcycle like my Honda CB1000R, it doesn't really have any power to it if you compare the two of them. But I'm sure if you've never been ridden before, this is a great first bike. Everything is really fun if you're not compared to anything more brutal. Nah, I mean. So yeah, we're going back to Norrtälje. Why am I saying back? Well, my very first vlog in English that I made about, I don't know, what is it, 3 years ago? Something like that, or 4, I don't know. Was actually while I was visiting Norrtälje for the very first time in my life, and also of course in my video in English. So we're going back, making this combined video with the test ride, first impression of the Royal Enfield, joined together. Do not let go of the handlebars on a borrowed bike. That's a good advice, actually. So talking about the borrowed bike, I just picked this up just outside of Norrtälje at Norrtälje Machine Service. I'm gonna put the exact name in the title, in the description, and also here on the screen, of course, you can see it. And for your locals, if you're checking this out and you're wanting to buy a motorcycle or need to get your motorcycle serviced, repaired, you should go visit the same guy. Really nice guy. And the shop was actually full of customers, so he's quite popular, and I am pretty sure he knows exactly what he's doing. So thank you so much for borrowing me this Royal Enfield for this test ride, making this video possible. And I wish you all the best in your business. So let's see if I can recall the small trip, the small route from last time we arrived here, and I was quite disappointed because I had expected to see some arriving to Norrtälje, and I didn't. No, I didn't. If you remember, you remember. If you haven't checked that video out, I will link it down below too, because it's I like that video. It's a nice memory to look back at, and I had great fun. I had great fun last time I was recording a vlog here in Norrtälje, because, well, I was really excited. It was my first one in English for the channel, and a chapter starting up of Moto Nordico. And also I have been working all night, the night shift, so I was really tired. Actually, I've been working the whole weekend, 12-hour shift each night. So I was, what you might say in Swedish, sömnbristad. I had a lot of lack of sleep, but I was so tired, so I somehow automatically regained even more energy than should even be possible if I had slept. So Yeah, I was also recall now that I had quite some hay fever, and it was actually really warm, and it's been really warm here in Sweden these weeks, these months too, on and off. Actually today, actually right now when I ride to pick this bike up, the sun was shining on me for the first time, and I've been out riding for about 4 hours already. A nice trip with my Honda CB 1000A, but it was cloudy, and once again even more cloudy. Let's see, did we go down there? I think we might. Don't remember. Have to salute this KTM. Alright, so now I'm once again lost in Norrtälje. Oh my god. Alrighty then. Doesn't really matter, does it? No. Hopefully we will end up by the Pippi Longstock looking house further down the street here. So what more can I tell you about this bike? To be honest, not too much. I believe it was a 650 cubic centimeter twin. No, this looks like it's, or is it? Yeah, it's a V twin. Of course, it is a twin. Or is it V? I don't know. It's a V on the other side, like that, not like that, not like that, like that. So yeah, a lot more quiet than the motorcycle I'm riding normally. These mirrors are freaking humongous, but I can't see more, even though they're bigger, because they are not too wide angled, if you know what I mean. This is actually a nice bike if you're gonna sneak past somebody. I don't know why you would want to do that, but no, it's quite quiet. If you don't rev it, yeah, it has some sound to it. So I guess on the way back I'm gonna rev it a bit more to feel if it has some kind of power and to hear the sound a bit better. Alright, so let's see if we can find a way downtown in Norrtälyeah. Where the I don't know. I'm so freaking lost in this place. So yeah, this is literally the third time, because I was just passing through, but the second time in my lifetime, can you grasp that I'm riding, cruising around inside Norrtälje. First time was in my first video here, second time is no, and I've been passing by just because my why have I been passing by, you might ask? Because when I got home from recording the first video, I realized that I had dropped, by accident, without noticing it, I had dropped a small fairing, plastic fairing, on my white Honda NTV 650 Reverse that I was riding at the time. So it was a small plastic fairing here on the side. I lost it, so I actually borrowed another motorcycle. It was a bit quicker than that. It was the Super Blackbird. A nice friend borrowed me his bike so I could go all the freaking way back trying to find the lost fairing. I did not succeed, so well, that was my second time going back to Norrtälje, but then I wasn't really experiencing or enjoying the ride, so to say. I was just looking for this freaking plastic piece that I could never find. So that's lost. Well, that's the price you have to pay recording vlogs. Sometimes you lose a piece of your freaking motorcycle and you will never retrieve it. Alright, so I'm not really sure how many gears this bike has. I believe 5, 6, maybe just 4. If you know something about this bike, let the viewers know in the comment down below, because as you can tell, I can't tell you shit. But yeah, it's a really nice experience to try a completely new brand and model of a motorcycle. It's always fun to try something different. And yeah, what can I say? I like this bike. What I do not really like, I can show you here, that my legs, it's a bit lower. It's quite a little bit more lower than my CB 1000R, but the foot peg is just where I'm gonna put my leg down, so it kinda intervenes with my leg getting put down. but I think you get used to that too. Not too big of an issue. And here we go. Let's do a downtown cruise in Norrtälje city before we head back. So the headlight is quite humongous. I don't know if you can spot it here underneath the gauges. It's a circular headlight, and I like this color a lot. Freaking cool orange, a bit metallic I guess. Right now the sun isn't shining, but I think it's a metallic, and it looks pretty sweet. Alrighty then, let's see. I'm not gonna do the full tour, I'm gonna do the express tour of Norrtälye. Yeah. So quite busy, as you can tell, a lot of cars blocking this intersection. Good job, everybody. And now we have a green light, so I'm gonna get going. Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, so this isn't my first choice. If I would if I'm going for a ride and I feel like I want to play a bit, I would like to be a bit what we in Swedish call busig, you know, hit the throttle a little bit more than you actually need to. This wouldn't be my first choice because it simply doesn't have that response, that power that you are looking for in those circumstances. So I'm gonna see if we can head back towards the centrum, otherwise we will end up in the countryside in about 1 minute, because Norrtälje isn't too big, so you better be careful where you're turning. Yeah, so this I don't want to talk trash about this bike because it's the first time I'm riding it and whatnot. I don't know. I don't have anything against Royal Enfield whatsoever. It is a beautiful bike. It's a lot different from what I'm normally attracted to bike wise, if you know what I mean. But nevertheless, it's a good looking bike, it's comfortable, but it simply lacks power. It will be perfect though for riding on a sleepy Sunday. You know, just hitting the streets, enjoying the environment, trying to see stuff other than just focusing on not hitting anything and just taking the turns exactly where you want to and whatnot. So there you can see the headlight beam, blinkers. I don't know if you can see it in the reflection in the car ahead, and then ljustuta. That's awesome. But what I do like also is that it's really symmetrical. It's everything. Well, this mirror, I don't know, for some reason it's a bit closer to me than the other one. I think you could adjust that over here maybe. But yeah, it's really symmetrical. I do like that. I do appreciate when you don't try to over design things, and especially when you in that process also make it all asymmetrical. Is that the right word? So I do like that the gauges are the same sizes and whatnot. The ignition key exactly in the middle. No, it's simply beautiful. Beautiful and simple. And you don't actually need earbuds, I would say, just to be riding this along whatever, because I don't think you're gonna reach that kind of speed where air noise will be that much of an issue, actually. Even though it is a naked bike, it doesn't have any fairing whatsoever in the front protecting you from the wind. So yeah, maybe anyways you would like earbuds. It's up to you, but the risk is that if you don't change the exhaust system, put on a slip-on, you probably won't hear too much of the bike at all. So here we have, I really like this small street. This is like a gågata in Swedish, a walking street. And as you can see, people are literally walking in the middle of the street. And this small sign here to the right, you can see people walking, also cars driving. So yes, you are allowed to ride and drive here, but it shouldn't be much quicker than we're riding right now. If you can run past me, that's alright. You have to pay respect to all the people here. Riding carefully. So this is a horrific parking here in the middle of the intersection. Can you see this Jeep? That's hideous. Not just talking about the unclean rear of that car. Alrighty then. Look at this. Look at this gentleman here on his babooey dog bicycle. Alrighty then. Yeah, alright, you're gonna stay. Thank you. So underneath here is the canal of Norrtälyeah. So this just turned into a really nice raggarrunda. This is in Hadavas is what we in Swedish call an raggarbil. I don't even know what's raggare, what's that even called in English. Like a cruiser, of course. He's cruising around in this all, I have to assume, American car. I can't actually tell, but I suppose so. And well, here we go. So yeah, let's see if I can find my way back. För er lokalbor som kikar på den här videon så kan jag passa på att visa er hur man hittar ut till den här handlaren så att ni själv kan testköra faktiskt just den här hojen om inte den hinner säljas, eller en annan, eller helt enkelt bara lämna in er båge på reparation och service. Så häng med! Så fort det blir grönt. Och vi har börjat köra. Och kommer oss. So the style of this bike is not actually it's not too different from my very first motorcycle, the Honda NTV, before I started modding it. It did in fact have also one circular singular headlight, the two gauges like this style, almost a little bit more plastic around mine, but you know, there's some chromed mirrors and old school standard bike. What more can you tell? What more what more can you tell? Something like that. So yeah, also I had humongous blinkers, the turn signals, and well, if you know, you know that I didn't really appreciate the look of it too much. Sorry for that if you're an hardcore fan of these kinds of motorcycles in this style. But I wanted something more sportier, a little bit more Street Fighter-ish kind of bike. But I didn't have the time at that. But at the time I didn't have the money to really buy another bike, so I did what I could with the one I had. Okay, I'm gonna hit it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh yes. Well, can you see? Okay, maybe you shouldn't see that because that was probably illegal, but yeah, I did reach illegal illegal speeds in the short period of time, so I'm sure you can have some fun on this bike. Here we go. Alright, so I don't really like this. You can see here, so this hole in my boot can basically just fit underneath when I lift it up, and I won't be able to lift it up, and that can be an issue. That's what happened on my left boot earlier. Here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Also, the seat, as I told you, is really long. You can easily fit a second or maybe two more people behind you, even if you should probably. And the seat is really nice and comfy, as I said. But you don't really know how far back you want to go. Okay, so my boot is stuck once again. Fucking A. My boot is actually there, I got it out. So, as you might know, I'm so sorry about my shitty English, man. I haven't spoken English for a long time, to be honest. So I really need to start producing more vlogs in English, starting to talk more English to get back into it. What I was going to say is that these foot pegs underneath, they have like a small, almost like a screw, you could say. is well, it's the part where you rest the foot, and underneath it sticks down like this. So basically, if you put the down bike like this in a corner, that screw will hit the ground first before the foot peg and whatnot. And that freaking small screw kind of thing got inside me boot like a hook a second time here. So I don't know. That's actually an issue, and I'm pretty sure that depends on how tall you are. I'm not too tall. I'm what you in Swedish would call ganska kort i rocken. Pretty short in the cape. I'm not too tall. That's what you gotta know simply. So yeah, if you're a bit taller, well, maybe you won't have that issue. Probably not. Or if you're not riding in sport leather boots, which you probably won't too much if you're riding a bike like this. Anywho's, here we go. So we're heading back to the workshop slash dealership slash actually also part store for Harley Davidson. That's the name. Thank you very much. So this guy, he sells some parts and accessories and merchandise from Harley Davidson mainly, but he do have the possibility to order some parts for your Japanese motorcycle if you're needing that. So don't hesitate to contact him. Support your local business here in Norrtälje. Let's just hope I find my way back. Well, this is a really nice bike. Funny enough, the seating position isn't too different from my Street Fighter bike actually. I believe my handlebar are a bit lower, but it's the amount of distance the distance between the handlebar and myself, if you know what I mean. It's roughly the same. On mine, yes, I'm a bit more forward like this, but it's not too much of a difference actually. I believe the I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry, guys and gals and girls, whatnot. I'm lost in translation. I can't find the right words. I'm so sorry, guys. The suspension is a bit stiffer than what I'm used to, I think. Or maybe it's just I don't know, something is a bit, it feels a bit stiffer than what I'm used to. Might be something with the seat, or just the seating position that's slightly different, or simply the suspension. But actually the front suspension is probably a bit softer, so maybe it might be the rear suspension that's a bit more stiff. A funny detail here, when I use the turn signals, let me show you, it doesn't actually tell you if you're blinking right or left. It just tells you that you are indeed blinking somewhere. So that's quite cute. Isn't it quite cute? Well, I think so. I sure think so. So here we have it. Zodiac Performance Productions for Performance Products for Harley Davidson. Royal Enfield Norrtälje Machine Service. Diag for bike. Just come here, buy your stuffs, try the bikes, and